Hey everyone, welcome back to Pearls of Wisdom. The sun's going down, so I'm not facing the sunset, so sorry about that. So, oofta, that video yesterday was a little longer than I thought. Sorry about that. I don't know what I'm doing, so I don't know why they split it into two, but as you know, I just go with it and that's how I roll. So, hopefully, you'll be able to pick up both parts. Now, today, what I want to talk about, I, I really did not want to bring attention to this, but it's just undeniable what I'm seeing out there, and I just cannot believe it. Yesterday I talked about, what I wanted for my America and my country, um, and it just blows me away that there's not the common sense that I had explained. So what I'm seeing, the issue is there's just multitudes of threats upon someone's life that was newly elected. And to me, that's just absolutely deplorable. I mean, that is, you got to be off your rocker. What I don't understand is the Democrats said that they were a party, that they were promoting peace and love and unity, and but yet they turned around, and there was this disparity between, like, the they would get so angry at the other party because he had name call, and but what I was seeing is kind of like this New York thing, which I don't quite understand, but it's just a little bit of a harsher personality. And he signed like nicknames like we do when we're kids. But in contrast with that, on the other side, I mean, they were saying, that the people were garbage and deplorables and Nazis, and they called the opponent Hitler. And that evoked a lot of it just craziness. And that perpetuated people to become violent. And for me, that that's just plain wrong and should never be allowed, and that should have never happened. And now here we are after the fact that people are having their meltdowns and losing their ever minds. It I just don't understand. I mean, we as a society have developed, the unspoken rules of what's acceptable and what isn't, and what's part of our moral fabric for this country. And that is just off the chain. That is just so not acceptable. So what I want to, put out there is, like, if that's you doing that, or somebody that's doing that, I mean, just think about it. What you're thinking about, you're going to draw more of that like towards you. And, I guess birds of a feather flock together, but, you're just going to, bring more of the same, no matter what it is, this issue or any other issue in life. That's just how it works. So, by you thinking this, you know, well, think about it this way. What would you do if we were living in the times where it was an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth? How would you feel about that? That's going to come back around to you. And when karma arrives, because what goes around comes around, I don't want to be standing next to you. And just a little side note with that, don't go hunting with Dick, because that might expedite matters. So, I just, I want you to just step back and take a breath and evaluate, what have you really lost? Have you lost something, or are you gaining something? Already, without even being in the seat, we are already seeing some progress towards not having two wars, or we're already seeing progress of companies coming back here, or trying to um kind of readjust themselves so that they can hire more workers and all of that kind of thing. So, I mean, that's the start of things. And then the health organization, that part of it, they're addressing those things. And I'm thinking that, that may be of interest. And what else did they come up with? Oh yeah, and just trying to get things straightened around, with the judicial parts of things. And I just don't understand all this hatred and this hostility towards one person. I get that he's upsetting the apple cart, but from what I could gather through what I heard, is he's trying to help the people. And I'm not seeing that on the opposite side. It looks like, they're trying to keep the people down and take all these things. I mean, we've lost, food sources. I mean, look back, how many fires, suspicious fires and chemical spills and all these other things that happened. Well, if you don't think that that's going to affect the supply chain and affect you being able to put food on your table, you might want to put some more thought to that. you know uh it just I mean, I'm just speechless. I'm so exhausted, and I was hoping that this was going to be, a shift, but my word, the behaviors there, it's just nonsense. There's no need to riot and whatever, you know. Um what is it going to change except make things worse? And people came together. I was so proud to see that people voiced, in huge numbers that didn't even come out to vote before, that they wanted to see a change, and they want lower prices, and they want a safer community, and they want things to stay here in America and take care of our people. Do you want that for yourself? I implore you to think about your behaviors and what you're putting in your dash, between the dates. So think about that, what you want for you, your America, your family, and do that. There's nothing wrong with saying, okay, we're here right now. What can I get from this, or how can I benefit and thrive? I want to see you thrive. So I think that'll be all for today. Well, I thank you for joining me today again on the Pearl of Wisdom, and I hope that you join me again tomorrow. Thanks so much.